despite the fact that this movie could be good or could be really bad, let's just hope that it is way better than whatever the hell those other two Smurfs movies were. Please, for the love of God. Hey, what's up, you guys? Film fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to review Smurfs: The Lost Village. So, Smurfs: The Lost Village stars Demi Lovato, Rainn Wilson, and Joe Manganiello. And what this film is basically about, it's about, Smurfette finds out about a lost village of, these other creatures, and she decides that she's going to go and find out about this lost village along with some other Smurfs, but, Gargamel, also finds out about this lost village, and now he's on the hunt for these other creatures. So, what did I think of Smurfs: The Lost Village? I honestly wasn't excited for this, even though I do enjoy some of the Smurfs cartoons that, came out back in the day. I do like some of those, from what I've seen and stuff like that. I do like some of them. But, we got Smurfs movies, back in, 2011 and 2013, and they were both god-awful. Oh, my. But, this was going to be an actual animated movie. It was going to be all animated, so maybe there could have been some hope that it could have been good. And is it? I mean, I will say this. If this beats out whatever the hell those other two Smurfs movies were, it does, 100%. But at the same time, it's not a good movie. It's not terrible either. I didn't hate it. It's not a downright awful movie, but at the same time, it's just kind of a bland and forgettable kids movie. That's the best way I could put it. Smurfs: The Lost Village is exactly that. Just a bland and forgettable kids movie. And I really don't find that much enjoyment out of it. But there are some positives with the film, so I'm going to get into those first. So the positives are, first being, some of the voice acting's pretty good. Demi Lovato was pretty good as Smurfette. She was probably the best character in the entire movie. I did think she did do a solid job, and I did enjoy her in the film. She did do a pretty good job. Joe Manganiello, I thought he was also really good too. I enjoyed him. The guy who played Papa Smurf, although not in the film all that much, was pretty good too. I liked him. And Julia Roberts, for the role that she's had, she was pretty good too. So yeah, some of the voice acting isn't too bad in the movie. So yeah, some of the voice acting is pretty good. The animation, I will say, is really good with this movie. The animation is actually really, really good with Smurfs: The Lost Village. I do like the animation quite a lot with this movie. It does look pretty good. They do, capture the world of Smurf Village really well. So yeah, they do a pretty good job with the animation with the movie. I do like the animation quite a bit with Smurfs: The Lost Village. So yeah, animation is really good. There are some cute / funny moments here and there in the movie, I will admit. Especially one in the beginning. I'm not going to spoil it, of course, just because I didn't know he was in the movie, but that was great. That was just one of the most glorious things I saw all year. So, yeah, there are some moments like that. There are some, cute, funny moments here and there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but it's mostly just here and there. Some of the writing is fine. Some of the writing's okay with the movie. Directing is not too bad either. So, yeah. That's really all I have for positives with the movie. Now, the negatives. The negatives are, first being the rest of the voice acting is kind of not that great. Rainn Wilson, who I do like a lot. I think Rainn Wilson is great. I mean, he's Dwight Schrute for God's sakes. But, he's just not that good. I didn't enjoy him as Gargamel. I really didn't. He just overcooks it so badly. He made Gargamel really annoying, honestly. I did not enjoy him whatsoever in the film. He was honestly kind of bad. I really didn't enjoy him in the movie. Same goes for the people that played Clumsy Smurf and Brainy Smurf, like, I didn't enjoy them either. They honestly got annoying real fast. Like, really, really fast. I just wasn't enjoying them. And also just some of the people that played some of the other, like, the other creatures that are in this movie, you know, that they look for in the Lost Village, not that great, honestly. Like, just some of the rest of the voice acting is really not that good. Like, it really is. I really didn't think the other voice acting was not that great in the film, honestly. Most of the humor in this movie is honestly not that good. It's your run-of-the-mill kid, you know, animated type of humor. That's exactly what it is. It's your run-of-the-mill kind of just generic kid jokes that they throw into kids movies. That's exactly what it is, and it's really not that funny, and it just really isn't. Like, it's honestly pretty well forced, and it's really not that great. Like, it's just like, come on, you could do better than this. Like, really? Yeah, just mostly humor, honestly, in this movie just isn't that good. And this movie is predictable by all means. It is so predictable. Like, seriously, I predicted like, almost the entirety of the movie. Like, I was like, okay, this is gonna happen, and then this is gonna happen, and then this is gonna happen. Like, I hate it when movies are like that, because I love, like I say whenever I say a movie's predictable, I love it when movies surprise me, like, I don't see what's coming next. But this movie is just so predictable. It follows every single cliche that you would see in an animated film like this, honestly. Like, it follows all those cliches, and it's honestly pretty bad that it is really that predictable, honestly. And I really thought the movie was honestly, seriously, really, really predictable. The writing is not that great, honestly, for the most part. I really think the writing is pretty generic and just not that great. Directing, sometimes, not that great. And lastly, the movie is really, really, really boring. Oh my goodness. This movie is an hour and 29 minutes, and it felt like 3 hours. Like, seriously, I sometimes would check, like, how long I'm into the movie, and it's like, I'm like, when it feels like you're, like, in it for, like, 50 minutes, I'm only in there for, like, 24. I'm like, holy moly, is this movie moving at such a snail's pace? Like, seriously, it really does, this movie. This movie moves at such a snail's pace that I'm like, and, like, this is, like, the worst thing about the movie. The pacing really is the worst thing about this entire film. Like, seriously, the pacing is just god-awful. Like, really, it moves so slow, and just, it really honestly does. Like, I'm sitting there bored out of my mind, and it's just taking forever, honestly, the movie. It is so slow, the film. Overall, Smurfs: The Lost Village is really just that. It's a forgettable, bland kids movie. That's exactly what this is. And they could have done something good. They really could have, you know. They could have made a pretty enjoyable, entertaining Smurfs movie. But in the end, they just go into the route of just making a generic kids movie. And it makes me really bored watching it, honestly. And I did not enjoy it. I almost immediately forgot this movie after watching it. Yeah, it's one of those movies. So it's time for my official grade on Smurfs: The Lost Village. And my official grade on Smurfs: The Lost Village is a C. It's not that great, honestly. I really don't think the movie... It's not bad, necessarily. The movie is not bad, but at the same time, it's not that good either. I really didn't enjoy it, honestly. It could have been a lot worse, but it also could have been a lot better. And overall, I just didn't enjoy the movie. So, yeah, gets a C. But if you have seen Smurfs: The Lost Village, what did you think of it? In the comment section below. And I'm FilmFan0599, and we will see you out later. Peace.